Happy Halloween everyone, really hope this video came out early. Anyway, PSP, you know it, I know it. I've talked about how it's my childhood console, not the DS or any home console like the PlayStation 2, unlike my peers. So I kinda go around to pick some genres of games that exist in the PSP. Surely it has something for every kind of person, that is until I met face to face with horror. I wasn't a big fan of horror, surprising, I know. I was a fearful child back then, I don't like horror that much. My fight or flight response just didn't work. I would just stand still like, you guessed it, deer in headlights. Quite a 180 to the current me, especially after I've been exposed to Signalis, a super great survival horror game that is not only spooky, but also has a great gameplay underneath. But that also leads to a problem, like now I want spooky stuff, but I don't know if my childhood console would have one, preferably a good one. So let's actually go by the ones that I did remember playing. This game is rated adult only, and I want to put it out there first, but I'll try my best to censor it. This game will actually make this video unsuitable under 18, but then again, I was a kid and I played this game. You know what, let's not get into the details. I wouldn't really call Manhunt 2 a horror game simply because it isn't. The reason why it's an AO game is that it hinges so much on the gore, like the movie Saw or The Final Destination. None of them are scary, but most of us have a gag reflex towards whatever this is. I don't know why I censored that while talking about Manhunt. But then, why would I put this game as an opener? Many who have played the game, me included, still praise the game nonetheless because of the fun gameplay. Manhunt is like Hitman in many ways. You play this level, you have an objective, and most of the time you have to be stealthy. You aren't given the tools at the start of the level, but the level design is brimming with those, incentivizing exploration. The only difference is the atmosphere, which in this game tries to be dark, and the gore. Imagine if in Hitman you can pick up a screwdriver, get behind a person, do the stabby, and that person dies. That's it, right? There might be a blood pool, but the sequence ends quickly. In Manhunt, if you pick up a screwdriver and get behind a person, you do the stabby 10 times. Multiple camera angles, stab it in the eye socket, do another one on the neck just to be safe. All the while, your victim is screaming for help. Sorry, I have to use stock images. I'm trying to make this video as friendly as I can. Couple that with the atmosphere that breeds the smell of rust. That and the fact that the game is designed to be a stealth game that makes you always look over your shoulder just in case something can jump you. Stealth games are real ones, I tell ya. They really give the horror vibes. Another game that comes to mind is an RPG Maker game from the beloved country of anime. RPG Maker games never disappoints when making a very stylistic game that breaks the media they are produced. Corpse Party is one of them. The story starts you off in a school with a bunch of friends trying to do a dumb ritual, and you can already guess where this is going. You get parted with your friends trying to find them while also trying to find the exit. The gameplay is similar to any kind of RPG Maker game ever, not an RPG. You wander around, pick up stuff, and solve puzzles that advances the story. That sounds too simple, but that's where the story manages to sprinkle in some mystery throughout that turns your goal more towards figuring out what is actually happening. You found clues that push you more into thinking that not everything is as it seems. This also happened from the gameplay perspective as the game always tries to one-up you, for the lack of better words. It has some depth in it, and one mistake of missing an event will lead to a very gory death. They went away and CGified the death of a character in a way that is, like Manhunt, disturbing. Dying most of the time will make you go, ah, I see. But sometimes there will be mechanics that come off as bullshit. Again, I don't know why I censored that while talking about Corpse Party. While the CG, also, most of the time is gory, at times will make you wonder if you actually got a horror game. Some CG scenes are very suggestive. But if you manage to let it pass, there is an amazing mystery adventure game waiting inside. I really want to talk about Obscure, but I've never actually played the game, so I've only watched Indie Mouse video on it, so I can't say much. On the other hand, I have another thing that is as good, if not better, as a horror game. Actual horror game, not a gore fest. Silent Hill Origins is one of the few games on the PSP that is actually a horror game. Not discounting previous games, don't at me. I put this game so high on the list because it came from a genre that I actually like, survival horror. The story, the atmosphere, the gameplay all contribute to the feeling of being choked, claustrophobic of the limited resources you could have. Your weapons can break, the room is narrow, healing items are scarce, set in this world that feels like it shouldn't exist. Also, the dogshit camera. Oh, that one works. The enemies, even from the start, feel like they are a threat. If only I can erase my... The moment you knew how, they just become a pushover. But I guess if you're pretty new, they can still give you the feeling of fright. Couple that with the incredible sound design that makes you feel like there is always something behind. But above all else, it's a great mystery game that is going to drag out your sense of curiosity. I know you're out there, people who like puzzles but are still scared to try out horror. Trust me, it's worth it. It's incredible and I would recommend this game more than any. Sorry, I only got 3 if you didn't count Obscure, and sorry that all of them are popular. There aren't many PSP games out there that are actually spooky, maybe because it's beyond its target audience. I mean, I was pretty young when I played them. Anyway, happy Halloween once again. Let me know if you tried them out. Let me know if you've played them as well. Tell me what you think about them. And, or maybe, just maybe, you have a good spooky game that you want to tell me about? Absolutely, I would love to try them, yes sir. Feel free to use the comment section below. If you are the type that isn't too fond of such games, that's okay, I understand completely. I'm sorry this video came up to you, it's just a seasonal thing. I'm happy that you went so far to the end of the video despite of that. I hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless, and if so, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll go back with a normal video next time, hopefully about the PSP.